What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We're checking out Come Alive by Jakcson Wang. Jakcson Wang talked about this in a interview, saying that with this music video, he is trying to kill Cruel as far as trying to outdo it visually, as far as the artistic side of it, because Cruel was absolutely incredible. Aside from the music, aside from the performances by him and his counterpart, the actual visuals, the camera movement, and the fact that it looked as good or even better than a superhero movie was outstanding. And I mentioned Zack Snyder a couple of times throughout that reaction, I think, because it reminded me of something that was influenced by Zack Snyder, whether it's the greediness of the visuals. You know, I was just blown away. And Zack Snyder is one of my favorite directors, and it's the first association that I kind of had when I watched that music video, and the fact that this music video might actually outdo it from an artistic standpoint is pretty freaking cool. He also said that in describing this music video, I'll just say, quote, "I'll just say it's creepy and dark, but with humor." I'm very intrigued and very excited to check out Come Alive. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Oh my god. Jesus. Well, the circus is still in town, but... Oh, I see the humor.
There was a falling again. I hear you calling my name. I want it. You're the match and the flame. Oxygen in the brain. I want
so there's a little bit of blow in this. Damn. If only the guys in Up had some of that smoke, they wouldn't need so many balloons to lift that house up. Holy shit. Let's take this back.
the way you turn it on, you're so electrical. Come on.
Holy shit. Okay, he has a knack to play people like instruments in his music videos. So there's a little bit of blow, a little bit of Cruel in this music video. The facial expression. Oh my god.
Got my head in a cloud. Come over. It's 2:15. I'm staying up for you, just to hold you. You already know.
Oh my god. You're so electrical. Oh boy. Magic Man, nice. So he's pretty much the greatest showman to play on the Hugh Jackman movie, only a darker version. Oh my god, the eye contact. Oh my god. What the... Yeah. Magic Man. That's beautiful. Holy shit. There's a skull island in a way, which is not a reference to the King Kong movie, but holy shit. Some of the lyrics remind me a little bit of Cruel, as far as you start me up a million times and I'm terrified that you could leave me crying. Whereas in Cruel, you know, the girl was constantly like fighting him off, constantly like rejecting him, but he was still coming back because there was something about her, whether it's a smile that she gave him, there was something that made him feel like despite her actions saying no, there's something inside of her that actually says yes. Also with Blow, some of the lyrics, Blow kind of, to me, I remember talking about it a little bit as far as like it being like a cycle where Jakcson is basically trying to end the cycle by killing everybody towards the end of the music video and then getting that last blow of smoke as he enters the elevator to hopefully get away from that place. But it could have been just a never-ending cycle where he constantly thinks that he's over it and then he comes back, which is why he brings almost like everybody in the circus back to life with that smoke that turns into like this red smoke mist and whatnot. But it initially starts off with a cigarette with the smoke that we saw in Blow, and that smoke is basically what gets everyone else to come alive, no pun intended. The music video itself is, I definitely see there was definitely a lot of humor, especially with the facial expressions, not just by Jakcson Wang, but everybody involved. The super scared, fearful expressions, the super goofy and just wacky facial expressions by all of them. And Jakcson Wang as well did a phenomenal job with those expressions. There are some figures in the music video. It looks like two sisters, which kind of reminds me of something like from a horror movie. The way you turn it on, you're so electrical. I mean, very self-explanatory in their relationship, but also the fact that there's that one guy that gets electrocuted by the thunderstorm that is created by almost like this hand movement by the guys, including Jakcson, which kind of reminded me of 100 Ways a little bit. So that red smoke went to the sky, created a thunderstorm, and then electrocuted the guy that made the entire circus come alive. There's electricity coming out of his mouth. So it was probably planned. It's like a representation of a never-ending cycle. And it's Jakcson who brings them all back to life, essentially, much like we see with something like Smoke, as far as the smoke being the thing that gets into everyone. As far as Cruel, did I say Smoke or Blow? As far as something like Cruel, where it's like literally sucking the smoke or breathing the fire and whatnot. So it's almost like an orchestrated plan that, you know, it's almost like the representation of a cycle. In a way, it's back to work. You know, Magic Man is back in town. It's really cool because we see all of these various like little islands of sorts, and I'm kind of wondering if that's a representation of something, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there seems to be like 10 islands and there's 10 songs on the Magic Man album. Could each island represent a different song? And then the final song, the music video, would come alive as a representation of the circus that he's pretty much living by going on these tours and whatnot, as he is literally touring with this album, doing all the press work and everything that went into promoting this album. The dancing, the movements, the theatrics, the camera work is absolutely beautiful here. There was that one shot of the guys, all of them dancing, and there's almost like this robot arm going from one angle to the next, so precise, so fast. I just love the facial expressions by the rest of the guys who are in this circus, as they're expressing all of these different feelings and emotions that you will possibly experience throughout this album. You will experience sadness, you will experience pain, you will experience happiness and whatnot, craziness. This video was absolutely awesome. I really love the artistry, the choreography, the whole set, the design, the cinematography, everything, the CGI, everything just looks so incredibly sharp and realistic. These two videos, Cruel and Come Alive, look better than some Hollywood productions. So I definitely feel like Jakcson kind of outdid himself with the production of this video, because even though I would still like, I just love the choreography and I love like the fight between him and his counterpart in Cruel, but the scale of this music video and how realistic the CGI is, to the point where it doesn't feel like CGI. It literally looks like a proper Hollywood production. And some of the camera movements were very reminiscent of Cruel. The cinematography and the lighting and the CGI looking so incredibly believable. It's truly wonderful. And I don't know, I definitely got a little bit of Tim Burton vibes, and actually a little bit of Joel Schumacher vibes. So if you kind of did a hybrid between the Tim Burton Batman movies and Joel Schumacher, and you kind of took the best of both worlds and you kind of combined it, I feel like there's a little bit of both of them in this music video, and I really, really enjoyed it. Plus, Tim Burton, just in general, with his like creepier aesthetics and characters, this almost kind of feels like a slightly more grounded influence of Tim Burton, if that makes any sense. But as far as like the circus, it kind of reminds me of, you know, the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, which did include a little bit of circusy imagery and whatnot, which is really, really, really cool. I really enjoyed this music. It was fucking awesome, and the outfits are phenomenal. Like these guys, like Jakcson actually looks like a possibly rejected member of X-Men, to be honest. Plus the fact that the overalls kind of like resembled an X helps a little bit too, and he has apparently like some superpowers. So you know, that's pretty freaking cool. And you know, the makeup on the eyes and whatnot. This was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Not too much of a, you know, review of the lyrics and whatnot. Just really admiring Jackson's production, and the song itself is just wonderful. Like his voice is absolutely phenomenal, and you know, I love hearing all of these different stages of Jakcson, from 100 Ways to Blow to this to Blue, like seeing the different aspects that his voice can provide whenever he needs to be, you know, expressive, you know, whatever emotion that he needs to express, his voice provides that feeling. And much like his facial expressions, you know, you get that little subtle like wackiness and goofiness as the video is kind of dark, but there's humor in it. His voice is very much adaptable to so many different genres. Jakcson music and his artistry is quite incredible, and his variety is truly something. He's truly like the magic man. Like he's a true showman, and you know, the fact that he is so different on screen than behind the scenes is really, really wonderful. You know, he is as good of a actor performer as he is an actual human being from everything that I've seen from him in interviews and highlights from various compilations and whatnot. He's truly seemingly a wonderful human being, and you guys are always very very high on him. And I can definitely see why. Like, he's truly incredibly likable, and I just want to root for him. So I hope that he finally takes a little bit of a break and just focuses on himself a little bit, and just stop and smell the roses, because you did so much work, and uh you pulled off so much, and did some incredible things. And critically, I understand that he did very well from that perspective too. So and the fans absolutely adore him. So yeah, this was absolutely awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See you.